Most people wake up every morning with the same problems they had yesterday, the same limitations they've carried for years, and the same excuses that have kept them trapped in mediocrity. They look in the mirror and see the same person who gave up on their dreams, who settled for good enough, who convinced themselves that extraordinary lives are reserved for other people. But you don't have to be most people. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who live lives of quiet desperation isn't talent, luck, or circumstances. It's the decision to get better every single day. It's the commitment to never let a day pass without becoming stronger, wiser, or more capable than you were when you woke up. Champions aren't born. They're forged through the daily discipline of refusing to stay the same. Every person who has ever achieved anything significant was once exactly where you are right now. They faced the same doubts, the same fears, the same voice in their head telling them they weren't good enough. The only difference is they made a decision that most people never make. They decided that their current reality was not their final destination. The compound effect is the most powerful force in personal transformation. When you improve by just 1% each day, you're not just adding to your capabilities, you're multiplying them. After 1 year of daily improvement, you won't be 65% better, you'll be 37 times better. This is mathematics, not motivation. This is the law that governs every area of human achievement, from physical fitness to financial success to spiritual growth. But here's what stops most people. They're waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect circumstance. They tell themselves they'll start tomorrow, next week, next year. They believe the lie that preparation is more important than action. The truth is, the perfect moment is a myth that has destroyed more dreams than failure ever could. The only moment you have is now. The only day that matters is today. Your future is not determined by your past, it's determined by what you do today. Every morning you wake up with the power to write a new chapter, to become a new version of yourself, to take one more step toward the person you're capable of becoming. But this power expires at midnight. You can't save it, store it, or postpone it. You either use it or lose it. Character is not built on the mountaintops of public recognition. It's forged in the valleys of private struggle. The person you become when no one is watching, when no one is cheering, when no one is holding you accountable, that is your true character. And that character will determine the ceiling of your success in every area of life. Excellence is never an accident. It's the result of high intention, sincere effort, intelligent direction, skillful execution, and the vision to see obstacles as opportunities. Most people want the rewards of excellence without paying the price of discipline. They want the harvest without the planting, the strength without the struggle, the victory without the battle. The world will teach you to depend on external motivation, the praise of others, the promise of reward, the fear of punishment. But external motivation is like borrowed money. It runs out eventually, and when it does, you're left bankrupt. Internal motivation is different. It's the fire that burns within you regardless of circumstances, the voice that whispers, keep going when everything else screams, give. Adversity doesn't build character, it reveals it. When life hits you with challenges, setbacks, and seemingly impossible obstacles, you discover who you really are beneath the surface. Most people fold under pressure because they've never developed the internal strength necessary to withstand life's storms. They've lived comfortable lives, avoiding difficulty, choosing the easy path whenever possible. But comfort is the enemy of greatness. You must take complete responsibility for your life, your choices, and your results. The moment you blame your circumstances, your upbringing, your lack of resources, or any external factor for your current situation, you give away your power to change. Responsibility is not a burden, it's freedom. When you accept that you are the author of your own story, you reclaim the power to rewrite it. Stop looking for someone to rescue you, something to change your circumstances, or some external force to transform your life. You are not a victim of your genetics, your environment, or your past. You are a powerful being with the ability to choose your response to every situation. That response, repeated daily, becomes your character. That character becomes your destiny. The people who achieve extraordinary results understand this fundamental truth. They are not products of their conditions, they are products of their decisions. Every day they decide to get better. Every day they decide to push through resistance. Every day they decide to do what they committed to do regardless of how they feel. Your morning sets the trajectory for your entire day. How you start determines how you finish. Most people wake up and immediately check their phones, flooding their minds with other people's opinions, problems, and priorities. They begin each day reactive instead of proactive, responding to the world instead of creating their world. Successful people understand that the first hour of the day belongs to them. They use it to feed their mind, strengthen their body, and align their spirit with their purpose. They read books that challenge their thinking, exercise their bodies to build physical and mental resilience, and spend time in quiet reflection to gain clarity and focus. Learning is not something you do in school and then stop. It's something you do every single day for the rest of your life. The person who stops learning today will be unemployed tomorrow, not necessarily from their job, but from relevance, growth, and opportunity. Read for 30 minutes each day. Study your craft. Learn from people who have achieved what you want to achieve. Physical discipline is the foundation of mental discipline. When you push your body beyond its comfort zone, you're teaching your mind that you can overcome resistance in any area of life. The discipline required to exercise consistently, eat properly, and maintain your physical health directly translates to every other area of your life. Gratitude is not just a nice feeling, it's a practice that rewrites your brain for success. When you focus on what you have instead of what you lack, you shift from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. Gratitude turns what you have into enough and opens the door for more. Your thoughts become your reality, so guard them carefully. The average person has 60,000 thoughts per day, and 80% of them are negative. You cannot think negative thoughts and live a positive life. Choose your thoughts as carefully as you choose your friends, because they will influence your life just as much. End each day by reviewing your progress, celebrating your wins, no matter how small, and planning tomorrow's improvement. Ask yourself, what did I learn today? How did I grow today? What will I do better tomorrow? This simple practice turns every day into a stepping stone toward your goals instead of just another day that passed without progress. Your biggest enemy is not external circumstances, difficult people, or lack of opportunities. Your biggest enemy lives between your ears. It's the voice that tells you you're not good enough, smart enough, or strong enough. It's the voice that whispers, "Who do you think you are?" every time you dare to dream bigger. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Most of your fears are about things that will never happen, and even if they did happen, you're stronger than you think and more resilient than you know. The only way to conquer fear is to do the thing you're afraid of. Action is the antidote to fear. Criticism will come. When you decide to get better, when you start pursuing excellence, when you refuse to settle for mediocrity, some people will criticize you. They'll call you obsessed, unrealistic, or foolish. Use their criticism as fuel for your The same wind that extinguishes a candle can fuel a forest fire. Let their words make you stronger, not weaker. Your comfort zone is not comfortable, it's familiar. There's a difference. Familiar feels safe, but safe is an illusion that keeps you small. Everything you want is on the other side of your comfort zone. Growth happens when you're uncomfortable, when you're stretched, when you're doing things you've never done before. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of success. Every failure teaches you something you need to know for your next attempt. The only real failure is the failure to try, the failure to get back up, the failure to learn from your mistakes. Champions fail more than average people because they attempt more than average people. Stop comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. Comparison is the thief of joy and the enemy of progress. The only person you should compete with is who you were yesterday. Focus on your own lane, your own pace, your own journey. Your only competition is your former self. When you catch yourself making excuses, stop immediately. Excuses are tools of incompetence that build monuments of nothingness. Those who use them are seldom good at anything else. Replace every excuse with action, every complaint with commitment, every justification with determination. The difference between successful people and everyone else isn't that they make massive changes. It's that they make small improvements consistently. The 1% principle states that if you get just 1% better each day, the compound effect will create extraordinary results over time. 1% better at your physical health means exercising for just 15 minutes or making one healthier food choice. 1% better in your relationships means having one meaningful conversation or performing one act of service. 1% better in your career means learning one new skill or making one important connection. These improvements seem insignificant in the moment, but they compound over time to create dramatic transformation. The problem is that most people want dramatic results without making the small, consistent efforts required to achieve them. They want to lose 50 pounds in a month instead of losing 1 pound per week for a year. Create systems of accountability that make it impossible for you to quit. Tell someone about your commitment and ask them to check on your progress. Write down your goals and review them daily. Track your progress so you can see how far you've come. Accountability turns intentions into actions and actions into results. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to be better. The 5 people you spend the most time with will determine the direction of your life. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Seek out mentors, coaches, and friends who see your potential and refuse to let you settle for less than your best. Motivation gets you started, but habit keeps you going. You cannot rely on motivation because motivation is emotional and emotions change. Create habits that make improvement automatic. Make your positive behaviors so routine that you do them without thinking, and make your negative behaviors so inconvenient that you avoid them naturally. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Acknowledgement of progress creates momentum for more progress. Don't wait until you reach your final destination to feel proud of your journey. Celebrate the fact that you showed up, you tried, that you didn't quit when it got difficult. Stay hungry. Success is not a destination, it's a way of traveling. The moment you think you've arrived, you start declining. There's no such thing as maintaining your current level. You're either getting better or getting worse, growing or shrinking, moving forward or falling behind. True improvement is not just about becoming more successful, it's about becoming more complete. You are not just a body that needs to be stronger or a mind that needs to be sharper. You are a spiritual being having a human experience, and your spiritual development is the foundation of all other growth. Prayer and meditation are not religious activities. They're spiritual disciplines that connect you to something greater than yourself. They provide perspective when you're overwhelmed, strength when you're weak, and guidance when you're confused. Spend time in quiet reflection each day, listening for the wisdom that comes from within. The fastest way to grow personally is to focus on growing others. When you serve someone else, when you help them overcome their challenges or achieve their goals, you develop qualities in yourself that cannot be developed any other way. Service takes your focus off your own problems and puts it on solutions for others. Your purpose is not something you find, it's something you create through your daily choices and actions. Every day you have the opportunity to make a positive impact on someone else's life. That impact multiplied over time becomes your legacy. Ask yourself, how can I make a difference today? Peace comes not from having everything you want, but from becoming everything you're capable of becoming. When you know you're growing, when you're pushing yourself to be better, when you're living with integrity and purpose, you experience a deep satisfaction that no external achievement can provide. You are not an accident. Your life has meaning and purpose. The challenges you've faced, the strengths you've developed, the experiences you've had, they've all prepared you for something significant. Your job is to become worthy of your calling through daily discipline and continuous growth. Faith is believing in yourself when no one else does, continuing when you can't see the end, trusting that your efforts will be rewarded even when results are delayed. Faith is not the absence of doubt, it's action in the presence of doubt. Keep moving forward even when the path is unclear. Good enough is the enemy of greatness. Most people aim for average and hit it every time. They do just enough to get by, meet the minimum requirements, and avoid criticism. But you were not created for average. You were created for excellence, for significance, for impact. Excellence is not perfection, it's the commitment to be your best regardless of circumstances. It's showing up with intensity and focus, whether you feel like it or not. It's maintaining high standards when others have low standards. It's doing your best work when no one is watching. Your standards become your life. If you have low standards, you will live a low quality life. If you have high standards, you will be forced to grow into the person capable of meeting those standards. Raise your standards in every area, how you treat your body, how you manage your time, how you interact with others, how you pursue your goals. Create systems that make excellence automatic. Design your environment to support your best behaviors and eliminate your worst ones. If you want to eat healthier, remove junk food from your house and fill it with nutritious options. If you want to read more, put books everywhere and remove distractions like excessive television. Your reputation is built one day at a time through consistent action. Every interaction, every decision, every choice is either building or damaging your reputation. The way you do anything is the way you do everything. Excellence in small things leads to excellence in big things. Think long-term while acting daily. Your daily actions may seem insignificant, but they're creating the trajectory of your entire life. The person you're becoming through your daily choices is the person who will show up to every opportunity, every challenge, every moment that matters. Legacy is not what you accumulate, it's what you contribute. The measure of your life will not be what you achieve for yourself, but what you made possible for others. Every day you're either building a legacy of excellence or a legacy of mediocrity. Choose carefully. Today is the day everything changes. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when conditions are perfect. Today, right now, in this moment, you have the power to decide who you're going to become. The question is not whether you're capable of change. The question is whether you're committed to change. Forget about your past failures. They have no power over your future unless you give them power. Every morning is a fresh start, a new beginning, a chance to rewrite your story. Your past does not equal your future unless you live there. Start with one area of your life and commit to improving it by just 1% today. If it's your health, do 5 push-ups or take a 10-minute walk. If it's your mind, read 1 page of a good book or listen to 10 minutes of an educational podcast. If it's your relationships, have 1 meaningful conversation or perform 1 act of service. Write down your commitment and make it specific. Vague goals produce vague results. Instead of "I want to be healthier," write "I will exercise for 30 minutes every morning." Instead of "I want to learn more," write "I will read for 20 minutes every night before bed." Share your commitment with someone who cares about your success. Accountability multiplies your chances of follow-through. When you make your commitment public, you create external pressure that supports your internal motivation. Expect resistance. Your old self will fight your new self every step of the way. The voice of mediocrity will whisper seductive lies about why you should quit, why you should take a break, why you should start again tomorrow. Expect this resistance and push through it anyway. Remember why you started when the path gets difficult. Your why must be stronger than your excuses. Your purpose must be clearer than your problems. Your vision must be bigger than your obstacles. When you know why you're doing something, you'll find the how. You have everything you need to begin. You don't need more time, more money, more resources, or more knowledge. You need more commitment, more consistency, more courage. You need to decide that getting better every day is not just something you want to do, it's something you must do. The person you're capable of becoming is waiting for you to make the choice. That person has been patient, but patience has limits. Every day you delay, every day you make excuses. Every day you choose comfort over growth, you're telling that person they don't matter. But today, right now, you can change that. Today you can choose to honor the person you're capable of becoming. Today you can decide that your potential is worth the effort, worth the discipline, worth the temporary discomfort of growth. Your future self is counting on the decision you make right now. Will you choose to be better today than you were yesterday? Will you commit to the daily disciplines that create extraordinary results? Will you refuse to settle for anything less than your best? The choice is yours. The time is now. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take that step today. Get better today. Become the person you were created to be, one day at a time, starting now.